Do you ever walk through a city and feel a little bit claustrophobic sometimes? They can get pretty crowded, can't they? Today we're going to be talking about cities that might not have the most people in them, but everyone there is packed in very densely. I hope you've got some space around you as you watch this video. My name is Danny Burke and this is the top 10 most crowded cities in the world. Coming at number 10 now, we have Kathmandu. The capital city of Nepal has a population of 1.1 million. This isn't particularly high compared to some other cities, but those people are packed into an area of just 19 square miles. That is absolutely nothing. The population density sits at around 53,031 people per square miles. Kathmandu has exploded in population with growth rates of 4% a year. While this has led to increased economic prosperity, Kathmandu also has had major issues with air pollution, a problem that arises in cities that grow a bit too much too fast. Next up at number 9 now, we have Hyderabad. This Indian city has a lot more people, coming in at around 6.8 million. The city is spread out over 250 square miles though, giving it a population density of 54,558 people per square mile. It's known as the City of Pearls because of the traditional pearl and diamond trade there. This rapid growth has led to issues with pollution control. The city is now trying to tackle industrial waste, air, noise and water pollution. Moving on to number 8 now, we have Paris. Now Paris has always been a crowded city throughout history. Although the inner city population is at 2.2 million people, they are all packed into an area of 40.7 square miles, giving it a population density of 55,138 people per square mile. In fact, Paris has 3 of the most densely populated suburbs in the whole world. This is in some part due to the tall apartment buildings you can find there, old and new, which cover the whole inner city area, allowing for more people to live in less space. Next up at number 7 now, we have Surat. This Indian city has 4.4 million people living there across an area of 126 square miles, giving it a population density of 56,142 people per square mile. The seaport city is located on India's western coast and has boomed in population thanks to the city's diamond cutting trade. The city is continuing to grow as it becomes a hub in the area for information technology. Moving on to number 6 now, we have Kolkata. This is another Indian city. It has a population of 4.6 million people spread out over 71 square miles, giving it a population density of 64,020 people per square mile. The city used to be called Calcutta and is widely regarded as the cultural capital of India. Despite having such a high population density, things are changing there. The city is actually getting less dense every single year. New residents in the city are now living out in the suburbs. Kolkata's inner city population has actually been steadily falling over the years. It's still very high, but it might not even be on the list in a few years. Moving on to number 5 now, we have Chennai. This city is also in India. I'm starting to see a bit of a trend here. Located on the southeastern coast, Chennai has a population of 7 million spread out across 164 square miles, resulting in a population density of 64,655 people per square mile. Now it's technically classed as a mega city and is one of the most visited Indian cities by foreign tourists. It's referred to as India's health capital, with people from all over the world visiting there to secure treatment that they couldn't get elsewhere. It attracts people on an unprecedented scale. The BBC actually named it the best Indian city to visit and live in. Many people agree, making it one of the most densely populated places on earth. Next up at number 4 now, we have Caloocan, and it is not in India, it's in the Philippines. The population growth of this place has just been astounding. At the beginning of the last century, it had a little over 7,000 people. Now it has 1.5 million people spread out over 20 square miles, giving it a population density of 69,116 people per square mile. Its growth has been attributed to the increased industrialization of the area, as well as a new residential suburb. It's known for food processing, textiles and engineering products. Moving on to number 3 now, we have Manila. This city is also in the Philippines and has a population of 1.7 million spread across 16.5 square miles, giving it a population density of 171,301 people per square mile. Things are getting very dense on this list now, guys. Depending on how you define a city, Manila is sometimes referred to as the number 1 most densely populated city in the world, if you're talking about the city proper, as it's called. It's 3 times more densely populated than the number 10 city on our list, just to put that in perspective. perspective for you. The growth of this city is showing no signs of stopping either, and there are actually serious concerns about the living conditions there. At number 2 now we have Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Cambodia is only the 69th most populated country in the world, but its capital is one of the most densely populated places on the planet. It has a population of 1.6 million people spread out over 8.11 square miles, giving it a population density of 193,730 people per square miles. Phnom Penh used to be referred to as the Pearl of Asia and is known for its beautiful and historical architecture. In the past century, it's also become a huge economic and industrial centre for the country, along with its population boom. The government estimated they will need 800,000 new living spaces there by 2030. That's more than the population of some cities. And finally at number 1 now we have Ulaanbaatar. This city is in Mongolia, and many of you may not have heard of it, but it's technically the most densely populated city in the world. 1.4 million people are crammed into just 1.81 square miles, giving it an astounding population density of 760,261 people per square mile. That is almost 4 times as dense as the number 2 on our list. How is that even possible? Well, the city has experienced an influx of immigration in recent years from rural Mongolia, resulting in unplanned neighbourhoods appearing that the government has little to no control over. It's thought that 60% of the city's population now live in these slum-like areas, often with no water, sewage services or electricity. The government has restricted migration to the city until they can solve the housing problem there. Well, I hope you found that interesting. I am interested to know where you guys are from. Statistically speaking, over half of you watching this are from a city. Is it crowded where you are? Is it empty? Let me know. I am Danny Burke. Thanks as always for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next video.